guys, welcome back to another video, or welcome to my channel if you're new. If you haven't seen me before, my name is Samantha and I am a musician and YouTuber from Australia. Recently I surpassed $100 in revenue on YouTube, and I've been waiting for this day for so long because I can finally receive my first YouTube payment. So I started doing a lot of research into when will I receive my first payment, and I discovered some things that I wish I'd known earlier. So let's get into those. Now, I'm making this video thinking that you're in the situation where you've registered with AdSense, you've reached over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and become eligible for monetization, you've enabled monetization on your YouTube channel, and you've reached or are about to reach your payment threshold. So, number one, the payment threshold is not $100 globally. It varies country to country. So for Australia, it's actually 100 Australian dollars, and I reached that a few months ago. So I could have had my first YouTube payment a lot earlier than I thought. I'm not sure where I got this misinformation from, or maybe it changed over the years, but it varies. So I found a website with a chart for each country's payment thresholds, which I will link down below, and you can go check it out if you'd like to. Now, I'm not sure that it's 100% correct. It was right for my country, Australia, but yeah, I can't verify anything. I just found this website when I Googled. For a threshold amount that is specific to you and 100% correct, you can find out what your payment threshold is by logging into your Google AdSense page, and it is listed in the Your Earnings box just down the bottom right hand corner. So you can go and check that out to make sure that you're getting the correct information. Now, number two is that even though when you sign up for AdSense, you put in a bunch of information and you link it over to your YouTube channel, it doesn't have all the needed information to be able to process a payment to you. Some things become available to enter at a certain threshold. So on that website that I've just told you about, it also shows the thresholds for these certain things. In this instance for Australia, it was 15 Australian dollars that I needed to reach to be able to verify my address. Now, when I signed up for AdSense, I lived at one address, and then I moved. And by the time I reached 15 Australian dollars in YouTube revenue, I wasn't at the address that they then automatically sent a letter to with a verification PIN that I needed to enter online. Honestly, after I created my AdSense account, because you can view your revenue through the YouTube Studio and the YouTube Studio app, I just forgot that AdSense was even there and that there might be incorrect details in it. So when I did this research and I found out that I needed to enter more details in my AdSense page, I logged in and found that not only was my address incorrect, but there were other missing details, which I'll get into in a second. So in terms of this address verification, it had been sent to the wrong address a couple of years ago, and I hadn't received it and I wasn't able to verify my address because it wasn't my address. So I needed to reissue this address letter verification thing. And when I logged in, I updated my address, but it just kept showing my old address. So what I had to do was to then log out and log back in, and then it was able to register my new address. And I was able to reissue this letter. Now, they say it takes 2 to 4 weeks for this letter to arrive, and currently it's been about 3 weeks and I haven't seen it yet. So that could delay you depending on when you discover that you need to have this address thing reissued. Now, maybe you've lived at the same address and you haven't run into this issue, but I did move around a couple of times between signing up for AdSense and becoming eligible for my first payment. So this is what happened. And just in case you're facing this issue, I will quickly go into detail of how you update your address. You go onto the Payments tab, and under Settings, Manage Settings, Payment Profile, Name and Address. It's where you can update it. So then you log out, you log back in again, and you can organize your PIN to be resent to your current address. So that's one thing. Now, another thing that happens at a specific earning threshold is that you are able to enter bank details. So when you sign up, you can't enter them, but when you reach this threshold, which for Australia was once again 15 Australian dollars, you can enter your details and go through the process of verifying your bank account. Now, to do this, Google will deposit a certain amount into your bank account, and for me in particular, it said it would be between $0 and $1 Australian. And they won't let you know how much they're depositing, so you need to receive that amount and find out how much it was exactly, then go back onto your AdSense page and enter in that figure to verify. It's a pretty easy process. They said it would take 3 to 5 business days, but I put my bank details in on a Saturday, and by the Monday night, I had received that amount and was able to verify. So it only took 1 business day for me. And just in case you're looking for the section that you need to enter your bank details in, it's under the How You Get Paid section, and you select Manage Payment Methods and add your bank account details in there. So this brings us to the last thing I want to mention, and that is Google's payment schedule. So I had no idea when the payments would take place, but I found an article on Google's website about all of this timeline stuff. So I'll link that down below, but I am going to read from that article now, just a little bit of it to cover the basics. So it says, the AdSense payment cycle is monthly. You accrue estimated earnings over the course of a month, and then on the 3rd of the following month, your earnings are finalized and posted to your balance on your transactions page. If your balance exceeds the payment threshold and you have no payment holds, you'll be issued a payment between the 21st and 26th of the month. Note that the exact time you receive your payment will depend on your time zone, whether the 21st falls on a weekend or a holiday, and your chosen form of payment. All changes to payment information, including removing payment holds, which includes this address verification and bank account verification, must be completed on or before the 20th. Changes made after the 20th of any month won't take effect until the following month payment cycle. Once your payment has been issued, you should receive it within 7 business days for EFT payments. If you haven't received it by the end of the month, please follow up with your banking institution. There are also other payment options available, including check. If you need to know more about them, have a look at the article. They've got all that information on there. So after all that information, here's where I'm currently at. Today is the 4th of October. I have verified my bank details, but I haven't received my address verification letter yet. I will be waiting on that for up to another week to a week and a half. Hopefully it will come and I will be able to verify my address before the 20th. Then they will issue my payment between the 21st and 26th, and I will receive it up to 7 days after they've issued it. So at the latest, I should have my first payment by the 1st of November. Bar all these things that have delayed this process, I think it's worth acknowledging that I finally reached this goal of mine after seriously working on my channel for 2 years. Now, I realize it's been a long process for my channel because a lot of my videos being Come Busking With Me videos, where I have covered other people's songs, they're not eligible for monetization. So I know a lot of people could get there a lot faster than me, and good on them. But this is where I'm at, and it's been a long road, but it's been great, and I wouldn't have reached it if you guys hadn't been watching. So thank you so much. I never thought I would ever reach this when I first signed up for YouTube. And I know it's only a small milestone, but it's worth celebrating all the small things along the way. Otherwise, I mean, what's the point if you're just working towards humongous things? I think it's good to just be like, I achieved this. This is cool. And appreciate it for what it is and each day as it comes. So, look, hopefully this video helped you. I will link Google AdSense's homepage down below because I was having issues finding it to begin with, and that way you can get taken straight there. And that's it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to, you can subscribe down below to see more from me. And look, hopefully I'll see you again in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.